Okay guys, this is a framing nailer. It operates in two modes. You have sequential action, and that's this right here. You only see one nail, which means you can install one nail at a time. And then you have bump action mode, which allows you to apply multiple nails or multiple fasteners while squeezing the trigger. It takes 3-inch nails, and the way you can install or uninstall them is by pulling this back, pressing this down, then you can slide these out. And when you want to install them, just put them back in here like this. Slide them all the way to the top. Pull this back, and then you just let it butt up to the end of your nails. And now you're ready. All right, so this framing nailer requires a compressor to operate, and that's what we have right here. This is a fairly reliable compressor for nailers like brad nailers and finish nailers and stuff like that. 135 max PSI, and that's more than enough for your finish nailer or brad nailer. So now you just take the end of your hose and you hook it up or attach it to the end of your framing nailer. Just pull back the sleeve like this. Now you're ready to go. Great thing about this framing nailer is that being that it's a pneumatic tool, meaning that it uses compressed air, is that this port right here allows the excess compressed air during firing to escape out of here. And you can turn the air release ports 360 degrees to your liking, so it won't blow in your face or wherever. Now these nails are meant to be used in a framing nailer, like what we have here, at 21 degrees. That's why they're at an angle like this in strips. Technically, they're called ring shank round head nails, galvanized round head nails. Now we're going to use our framing nailer to attach these 2x8 boards to some existing framing, and then install some floor joists to the 2x8. Now it can be called floor joists if you're standing on it, or it can be called ceiling joists, because it is going to be an upper platform that will serve as a floor more so than a ceiling. So in this case, it would be floor joists. 2x8 lumber is great for this application, especially when it comes to decks, retaining walls, and roof rafters. And because of the 8-inch width, you can pack more insulation in your framing as well. Now the framing nailer requires you to press the tip or the nozzle against the surface before you fire, like we're doing right here, because this activates a safety mechanism. It's called a bump safety or safety tip. This prevents accidental firing when the tool is not placed properly on the material. The nailer will not fire until the tip is pressed against the surface and the trigger is pulled. When you're done, best thing to do is release the hose from the nailer. Just pull the sleeve back. Just a good safety protocol, because all it takes is for this to fall or some malfunction to happen, and you don't want to be in the line of fire with this. And for good compressor maintenance, you want to drain the tanks daily to avoid any corrosion in the tanks. So you just turn this knob here. Look at all that moisture just came out of there. Sometimes it's called a steel square, a rafter square, roofing square, or a framing square. Right here, this Carpenter Square is being used to mark out the rise and the run of a small staircase. Other than a speed square, a Carpenter Square is one of the most reliable ways to check for 90-degree angles, draw those straight lines over long distances, and once again, it's great for laying out rafters, stair stringers, and you can even use it as a guide when you're cutting your wood. Nothing like the old-fashioned circular saw. Circular saws are one of the most useful and versatile power tools around. Not only are they portable, but you can use them in a wide range of cutting tasks. Carpentry being one of them. Here, it's being used to cut out the rise and the run of a staircase stringer. But guess what? It can cut more than lumber. You can cut metal tubing with it. You can cut sheet goods. Trust me, it's great for cutting sheet metal. You just got to put a metal cutting blade on it. Just imagine when they didn't have power tools around. You had to cut everything by hand. Imagine how long it took. So circular saws and power tools in general definitely sped up the productivity in the trades. And that's why houses and buildings are built way faster than they used to be. Now, circular saws are great. We just saw that. But they do have their limits. Simply because of the nature of the blade, they can't get into corners, and it can only go so far. That's when this tool steps in, the jigsaw. If you need to get into those corners, this is the tool to have. Jigsaws specialize in creating those curved cuts and precise patterns, which is simply not possible with other saws. They're lightweight and portable, and they got a wide variety of blade options for different applications, including wood, metal, and plastic. This staircase stringer could not be completed if it wasn't for this jigsaw getting into those corners and finishing off those cuts. Shout out to the jigsaw. Now, the only way to make sure that your projects are true and even and aligned properly, that your horizontal and vertical surfaces are accurate, is with a level. It doesn't matter if you're framing, setting foundations, or doing other structural work. Levels will always be a must-have, whether they're digital levels, laser levels, string line levels, angle levels. You're going to need one. The structural integrity of your work hinges upon accurate levels. From walls to floors, levels will make sure that your work looks like a professional did it. Out of all the tools, I would say levels are probably the most important. Sometimes when it comes to those home improvement projects, it can be overwhelming and you just don't know where to start. That's why I'm inviting you to go and grab this simple home improvement planner that'll take all the stress off. It works on any device with a PDF reader. You don't need any special software. You can view it online or offline. You can even print specific pages if you need. And it's so easy to share with contractors or family. You can set and track your total budget. You can break down costs by category. You can record material expenses, track contractor payments, keep digital receipts. You can compare estimated versus actual costs. And the great thing about it is you can monitor your spending in real time. And the best part about it is you can document your whole journey because it allows you to take before and after pictures for each room or area of your home or space. Guys, this is the perfect planner to get started, especially if you're beginning on your DIY journey. You want to start it off right. So go grab the Calibrate Home Improvement Planner. I'll leave the link in the description below, and you guys have a great one.